Hi, everybody. On behalf of Latinas in Tech, I would like to give you a warm welcome to our webinar, Coping with Anxiety and Stress During COVID-19. We are going through a very tough time, being far from our friends and family, working from home, being teachers and cooking at the same time. Some of us feel lonely and anxious. This webinar is for all of us. Please know you are not alone, and Latinas in Tech, we're trying to do everything we can to help you. Before I introduce our amazing speaker, I would like to do some housekeeping. If you look at the bottom of your screen or your Zoom player, there's a Q&A button. Please put your questions there. There's also a chat on the side of the screen, but we would like to use that if you want to communicate with other audience people. But if you have any questions for the speaker, please go to their Q&A window and we can answer your questions there. You can also upvote questions that resonate with you so that we answer the most popular first. That being said, now I would like to introduce you an amazing person and a great friend for the Latinas in Tech community, Lucrecia Iruela. Hi, Lucrecia.
Hi.
How are you?
I am fantastic. I've been ready for this for days already, so I cannot wait.
Okay.
Actually, we're going to start. I like to be very interactive. So the chat, I'm going to open the chat and I'm going to try to be with all of you at the same time. Perfect. So I am super, super happy to be here. I've been preparing myself to see you all virtually for a few days already. So this is a new format. This is a new way of communicating to each other. So bear with me. The whole the whole world is transferring to face-to-face to digital. So this is a period for all of us. I believe that we have a lot of friends as attendees today. So thank you for all your support. For the ones that don't know me, I'm executive coach and I work with executives in the Valley, in the largest corporations. I deal with anxiety and stress in a different levels because the executives need to make decisions. So this is kind of my daily work. And now this is more like a global community issue. So let's start. I prepare this like a journey. We're going to have some evaluation and analysis, and then some tools, and then solutions. And the reason I decided to put like a path is because it's our road. And hopefully today we're going to have some aha moments, some introspection, some realization. But then hopefully you're going to take this home and you're going to start your own journey, and it can be daily journey, or hopefully it's going to be for the rest of your life. And then of course the solutions, if we don't do the work and we don't plan for the solutions, is pretty much an empty effort. After that, I would like to just talk a little bit about the pre-situation. It doesn't really matter at this point because we're all suffering at the same level. We all are experiencing the same. Pretty much the entire world is isolated. But this is important because the pre-situation, we all carry our own luggage. We are pretty much together these days in terms of beliefs and positions and perspectives. But we were very separate for a long time. There were more people than they were overreacting. And I was one of them. I was very, very conservative from the very beginning, from February. And then there were the other extreme, and they were extremely relaxed. Now we are getting closer and closer and closer. But this is important because there are other issues, right, that we may be not aligned at this point. Like some of us, we have work, but we have less work. Some of us, we don't have work at all, right? So the situation and the perspectives are pretty much extreme one more time. I'm assuming that everyone in the call is pretty much in the center. I'm assuming that everyone in the call is healthy, is happy overall, and sane, right? If not, this type of anxiety is not what I want to talk about. But of course, the risk is out there. People are dying. People are sick. So we're going to be like pretty much in the center of this. And then the post situation that we have no clue. We don't know. And I am lucky enough to be in a very elite group of CEOs and coaches. Recently, I was invited. And everyone in large corporations, they talk about BC, AC. So we will hear that all the time. So not only I want to touch it from our personal perspective and point of view, but also in business, we're going to have BC, AC. This is my opening for you. What is true of all the evils in the world is true of plague as well. It helps men to rise above themselves. And this is a quote from the book Albert Camus, 1945. And actually is one of the bestsellers now. The evil is out there. There are sanctity, negativity, the fear, the tragedy, the resignation, the adversity, the sadness. Big stop. The world has stopped. The isolation is there. But the evil is also all of our thoughts, everything that we have in our head, all of the negativity, all of the thoughts, all of the rumination, the attachments, the bad thoughts, if you will, right? So that's the evil. And we see it every day. We see it that in Spain, I'm from Spain, originally from Spain, we see there are people showing the best of themselves. They're driving to help the seniors. They are distributing a lot of masks for pretty much everyone. But at the same time, we see people on the streets and we see young people hanging out, right? So they're selfish. The other part of the sentence is helps men to rise themselves. And that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna try to rise, to grow, to improve, to be better, to find a purpose, to empower. And how if the evil is real, right? How if the evil is real? It's real, and I'm gonna tell you even more realistically what all the basic human needs are. We have number one, we need certainty. And we don't have it these days at all, right? We need a little bit of uncertainty, so we have that. We have significance. We need significance, love and connection and growth and contribution. We can start playing with this. We can start playing with this. We can say, okay, right now, at this very moment, I am gonna contribute more than ever. And Latinas in Tech are doing that. The work that I do, I try to contribute more. Love for connection is a really easy one for all of us. We're at home with our spouse, our kids. We can put that as a priority, right? And the certainty and the uncertainty, we can kind of like play them in a different way. We can grow. It's a really good opportunity, and more than ever, people are being more human. Humanization is innovation is humanization. I always say that. So it's right now, and people are investing in themselves. I'm gonna show this other way of understanding this. So this is the basic needs, right? The psychological and the safety. This is the Maslow hierarchy. So you can you can search this to dive in if you're interested. And by the way, you can always email me or call me. You have my info down at my website and my Instagram, and then I will give you my phone number and my email, because I'm open to everyone. So any questions, any resources, any panic attack, right? I'm here for all of you. Are you hearing me well? Because I, as everyone who knows me know, I'm super interactive, and just, can you type yes, no? I want to see if people are with me. I don't want to lose souls out there. So in the chat, say yes, we listen, we are here. Please, if anyone to tell me that everything is doing well. So we can start changing the basic needs, right? The safety is a little bit less than before. But we have some safety. We need to find the safety in ourselves. We have the basics, right? We can simplify our lives. We have the food, the water, the warmth, the rest, the shelter. We have that. And then the rest, if we focus on that, assuming that we have the basics and we're assuming that we have the foundations, we can really start managing our own anxiety and stress from a different angle. Everything that is happening now is an event. This will be an event when we go, 2021, 2022. This will be just an event. But we need to feel the change within the event. What is the new normal for you? What is the new normal for your family? What is the new normal for your kids? And I've seen this pretty obvious these days. The transition, we're in a very, very big transitional time. And the acceptance and the commitment, it will be the ultimate goal. In between, we're all are stressed, anxious, self-absorbed, and attached to things. So from your heart right now, could you share with me if you are attached to things? And that will be those things. I would like to see some. Please comment. If I don't see any comment, it's gonna be sad. Maybe I don't have I don't see any comments. Okay, here, yes. Yes, I was not moving, of course. Okay, so, hey, Marcasur, I'm sorry. I got excited now that I see you. Okay, perfect. So, are you attached to what? Tell me, are you attached to what? Self-absorbed, perfect. Natalia, attached to money. What else? Because there are big ones. We're attached to anxious, yes. We are attached to the news a lot. We're attached to the numbers. And we don't even know if the numbers are real, right? Well, we know that they're not real. We are attached to what's happening in the WhatsApp groups. Those are toxic. Those are toxic these days, right? So from now, start making the commitment. Like, I'm gonna let it go. Every time that I feel myself attached to something that is not good, is the evil, I'm gonna delete it. Boom. Attached to happiness. Well, that's a good one. So you don't delete that. Attached to try to stay positive. Yes. Well, everyone is so ready to jump and work. So perfect. The media is toxic for sure. Yes. So let me show you this. And this happened the other day with one of my executives in one of the largest corporations. One of my brilliant executives. He was always super proactive, extremely proactive. And he was in Germany. He came. Everything happened with the team. Some of them, they were sick. They're healthy and they're back to normal. But I left him to have that sort of transition alone, right? And then we're back to business. And he was completely out of this place. He was blaming, he was not working, he was out of purpose. And we had like 3 sessions, and I was like, you are not working and your team is completely lost. Without you, nobody can work. What's happened? And he said, well, this is the first time that I'm doing things that I don't want to. This is the first time that the world is forcing me to do things that I don't feel comfortable. So I kind of showed him this material in a different way. And he said, well, I am in denial. I don't want to work. I'm going to take 3 days. I'm going to realign myself. And let's see you next week. And then he was little bit more open, but the resistance was huge. I asked him a few times, do you want to quit? Do you want to quit? You don't want to work? Like, okay, this is a process. So where are you? Are you in denial? Are you in resistance? Are you in exploration mood? Are you committed? Where are you? Tell me. Now I am using my hand. Tell me. Yes. Oh, I have a question. I have a question here. I don't see the Q&A, by the way. It's still not working for me. So Rocío, Anna, help me with that. Okay, resistance, exploration, maybe. Okay, Candela, at the end of the day, at the end of the hour, you need to know. You need to know. Because we are going to be committed to what we want. Touch the pressure. Well, I have a lot of really positive people just call me to teach. I'm going to put this because it's going to be easier for you. You can see kind of the definitions, right? So maybe now you know. Are you really complaining, blaming, working in opposition becomes apathetic? Well, then completing resistance. If you are reacting positively, experimenting, asking questions, and visualizing the future, definite exploration. And let me tell you this. Business people are really, really committed to change a lot of things. So we have the responsibility, if we are working, to do that. We need to really move the needle to a different place for all of us, because I believe that my unconscious bias people are with me, and we see a lot of people more racist than ever. So we have a lot of commitment here. The growing zone, committed, great. So let's dive a little bit more. Let's dive. Where are you? Tell me, because I believe that we have science anxiety. Tell me, from 0 to 10, from 0 to 10. 6, 4, 10, good, we can work. 6, 5, 9, 4. Okay. That's perfect, because what we're doing now, we are getting more aware, right? Listen, by the moment that we are aware, 6, 6, 3, that's good. It's good too. Depends how much chocolate was still in the pantry. Well, one of them, the CEOs in the group, is the biggest chocolate company in the world. And he's making more recipes to cook at home than ever, because people are cooking at home. So chocolate is the best for me too. Yes. Okay. 1, great. I would like to ask, for the one under 0, 1, 2, what would you like to get out of this? If you already are, ready to rock and roll. Yes, wine, of course. I never had wine before, but now, like, it's been 3 years, but now I'm really. So, more questions for you. What is the factor that contributes to your anxiety or stress the most? Let's go narrow down. Now we know, we have more self-awareness. Now, what is the factor that contributes to you the most? Work, that's good. You have work. What is specifically about the work? The unknown, okay. The uncertainty, that's great. Family matters, yes. But remember, you have the responsibility to change the pyramid and put family really, if you really want to work as a foundation. If you have that, you can start growing the rest of the things. Uncertainty, finding a job. Finding a job is a lot of work. There are possibilities, always. Okay. So anxiety and stress are normal, usually are normal. Finding a job, okay, we will see that a little bit too. Feeling helplessness. Okay, so you have a goal there. You need to feel the opposite. You need to have overthinking. For sure, we're gonna touch that. Start with this. Anxiety and stress are not coming from the environment. Think about that. If we say like, I'm super stressed out, things, like the kids, the work, those are feelings and a state of mental or emotional tension. Yes, it is all in our head. But what more specifically in our head? We're projecting what we feel that is going to happen. And guess what? If it's already happening, it's not a stress. We need to find a solution, and we're going to see that in a minute. What is the environment? What is in the environment is the pressure. So I'm not really sure what is the pressure out there. I'm not really sure. For me, because I cannot really help in the health arena. I wish, right, that I have 2 other startups, and none of them are in that. I was like, oh my. Lucky the people that they can really contribute. So think about that. What is the pressure for you out there? I'm working on that. I don't have it. I have a sense of what it is, but I don't have it yet. Another question. I love it because people are helping me. I love interaction. It's very hard for me if I don't see you or I don't, sense you. Could you recognize any pattern or trigger these days on you? That's another. See, we are working. We're working. We're recognizing things, and hopefully you didn't know before. And if you knew, now we're gonna go further. Tell me. And I'm gonna give you some clues. Physical, then can be in your body, like tension or fatigue, nausea. Behavioral, mistakes, procrastination, being very self-isolated, paralysis. Yes. News. The news is a big one. We need to stop. If that's really helping us, are we really doing something with that? Is helping us to make a better decision? If not, just read what is reasonable and just let it go. Trump, well, that's a big one. Maybe we don't see his face, it helps, right? But we need to do something. We cannot be there because that's toxic. Emotional, scared, angry, resentful, depressed, and cognitive, concern, impossible to think. News and family. Yep. Okay, perfect. So we're getting perfect, same page. I'm gonna give you some tools. And as you know right now, if we don't work, this is extreme, this is real, this is happening. And if we don't do the work, the fear will consume us. Because the uncertainty is the one that I've seen the most. The uncertainty is real, but the perception of the uncertainty in our body and in our head is not real. Nothing is happening right now. So if nothing is not happening right now, if we're very present, What is your scenario? Can go for it, I can. Self-awareness, self-knowledge, self-regulation, and self-management. I created this because I always need to say, and some of my friends like, but you are always saying that you are with the best coaches and you are super proud of it, but tell them people can get it too. And that's true, you can get it too. I was invited to I say before, this was like happened 2 days ago, happens 2 days ago. And when you see people so powerful and the best coaches like Mark Thompson, you can find, and Marshall Goldsmith, read his books because he is the master of the master of the human beings. Marshall Goldsmith, Triggers is one of my favorites. When you see those people, then they really are using humanization and self-awareness to make the best decisions or the worst decisions, but the most important decisions for them. And they are very elite people, meaning that we are doing the right thing. And I'm going to repeat it again because then my friends are saying, well, you would encourage people. Yes, I don't say because I want people to say, oh, look at her. Because if I've done it with everything, with all of the barriers, you can do it too. And I'm saying this for the people that they need to find a job because this opportunity came 3 days ago. 3 days ago. In the midst of the chaos, right? But the difference was I knew how to ask for things. I knew how to really, really go to the point and say, I need this from this group. I need this for you. Will you help me? So the self-awareness is everywhere, anything that we are touching. And these 4 layers is something that I created. Eckhart Tolle, he's the master of the masters of the masters for consciousness. And he may say self-awareness is before conscience and consciousness is before self-awareness. It doesn't really matter. Find what is working for you. Self-knowledge, self-regulation, and self-management. Those are overlapping each other. And I'm going to give you my definitions and the things that I've seen them that is working or they're working with my executives. Emotions are in every layer of the 4 layers that we have. And this is the core of the whole presentation here. We want to change the chemistry in our body and in our head. And we can do it. We can do it with a lot of tools, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of you are already practicing that. The state of uncertainty, emergency, stress, fear, isolation, I cannot handle with everything is in the primitive brain, in the amygdala. That's the amygdala hijack, and everyone talks about it. When we are in danger, that is really, really, really active. But guess what? When we're really in danger, our body, our system finds a quick reaction. So why are we putting our body, our brain, our whole system, nervous system in that state when we don't even allow our body to do something about it because we're freeze? Right? It's not real. It's not a real emergency. We cannot do anything. We're trapped. We're trapped. We're trapped. And that's what is called in rumination. We can change that. If we change everything that happens in the primitive brain, we're going to have more cortisol, more oxytocin. And on the other hand, we are going to reduce, the opposite. We're going to have more oxytocin when I reduce the cortisol. How we want to do this? With a lot of tools. With a lot of tools, but you know all of them. So the only difference is maybe you can take notes, but you need to practice because from the bottom of your heart, you know what you need to do. Our grandma told us what we need to do. everything is connected. The brain, they say that they were like six brains, and then it's not really. I learned everything about neuroscience from my teacher, Judith Glaser, and everything is in this method. I am certified. I studied with her. She passed away last year. The conversational intelligence, I use this when we need to talk to peers, to bosses, to VPs, to investors. We need to be aligned and to have the best alignment and the best chemistry. Having these words here in the left, regulate cortisol, excluding, judging, limiting, withholding, knowing, dictating, criticizing. Everything is like activating the amygdala. That's not pleasant for the other side. That's not pleasant for us. We're having bad reaction in our body. We go to the right, the executive brain. With the executive brain, we're learning more. We're creating. Our memory is there too. Good judgment, strategy, conversations, trust. So everything that is in here is not only for you, right? Like self-talk, including yourself, appreciating, expanding, sharing, discovering, developing, celebrating, but also when you are with your family, when you are with your co-workers, with your peers. For the ones that are more advanced in self-talk, positive talk, appreciation, mindfulness, and we're going to see in a moment, the vagus nerve is the nerve that is connecting brain, heart, and body. And I'm not an expert, but I'm going to show you in case there are experts and they work more with trauma and they want to see what's happening with the nervous system. Everything is, the guru of this is Peter Levine. This is a great book for releasing trauma. I'm not an expert. I love reading, but I'm not going to talk about the nervous system because it's not my expertise. Any comments, any things? Are we good? Okay, I'm going to show it in a different way. Maybe this way resonates more or resonate less, but I want to start you checking with yourself. What is my self-awareness right now? What is in my body? What is the self-knowledge? What are my, the triggers? Again, self-regulation, self-control. Be honest with you. How many times have you been able to self-control yourself? Because this type of work is self-control pretty much at the present moment. I see it, I recognize it, now what I'm going to do with it. Let it go. News, we have a community with the news. So I'm ready, your self-regulation, drop it. Drop it. Well, I was going to comment about the shows, right? The shows are really good. It helps us. We need to have something, right, about the Tiger King. I would like to say all the time, but. Well, you know that Marshall Goldsmith has the 20 biggest mistake of all of the executives, and of course, but no, we don't use but. But is negative. We don't use but. We all know that, right? But it's hard. And you know what he does? Because he works with very billionaires. When he hears everyone saying but, they need to put money, and then he donates their money. Big executives, they are donating even one, I remember $1,000, and he's like up a couple of dollars every time. So, but no. Let's do this one by one. Those are the tools. Those are the tools, right? Self-awareness. Where do you notice in your body? If you want to share that will be great, because I have something for you in a moment, but just say it. Right? Yes. At, yes. What can you use to replace the word but? And or are always possible. Try, it works. Let me see if I can think about something. Usually people like, oh, you're doing a great job, but I would like to review things with you. You're doing a great job, and I want to review things with you. And or are together. Those are really together. Okay, touching face, lack of focus, or lack of focus. Okay, okay, great. Breathe in. Okay, perfect. Look at this. I don't know the source of this, but it's everywhere. So if you really want to know, because I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of science in the call, you can look for it. Those are the scan, you see it, where our emotions are in our body. And you can see this blue with no emotions, guess what? Is depression. Upper shoulders or neck, yes. So anger, there's a lot of upper shoulders or neck, right? Different than a surprise. But this is what's the emotions in our body. Very, very, very illustrative. So feel it. Where do you feel it? The fear, the anger, disgusting, happiness. Happiness is a good one. I love it. It's the whole body. Love. Love is kind of like third, right? Third of the body. It should be also a little bit lower, right? Okay, you get the idea. So, can you show the picture? We cannot see. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Sorry. I'm super bad with technology. Hold on a second. I'm talking at the same time. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm going to show this. I don't know the time. Stop sharing. Okay. So if I do this, you see it now? Yes? Okay. Yes. Okay. So the blue is depression. And I say, I don't know the source, but if you Google a mapping of the emotions are everywhere. So if you ask me what type of scan, I have no idea. If you ask me which hospital, I have no idea. But this is very cool to see. And the people who gave me this was the people that they created this book. And I'm trained with them. Search Inside Yourself. So you can find a lot of that. And the other book that I say before that you couldn't see it is this one. The living people, and they really like the yes, thank you, perfect, you're helping me. And the other book, Conversational Intelligence, is this one. Okay, now I'm gonna back to sharing. That's an adventure to me because I'm really bad. Hold on, let me try. Perfect. Hi Jill, now I see you. I am not really seeing the Q&A, so you put in the chat. You will help me. Let me try the share screen. Okay, here. Are we sharing now? We're sharing? Yes. Okay. Chat. I need to see the chat to see the people. Okay. Okay. Great minds. Yes. Okay. So the book, the photo, I mean, the mapping, the emotions, we get the idea. Now, the power of journaling, that's very powerful, and is also there are a lot of research about that too. The way that we can have more. By the way, if we go back to the back this. Okay, so the amygdala, believe it or not, if we do the positive thinking, if we do the tools, if we try to regulate our emotions, the amygdala is not inflamed. And that's also proof by scientists. Again, I don't know. I can find that out. If you really want to email me, we will work for it together because it's something that I always wanted to do. And then the executive brain is thicker. So those are proofs that this type of reflection and introspection and the work, the internal work, the core work is useful. Let's go back to where we went. Okay, so self-knowledge is pretty similar, right? But self-knowledge is more like, now what? I notice, and now what? This is also a technique, appreciation technique. This is also part of spiritual work, mindfulness, breathing. Now we're gonna see that the differences, but we're gonna work on this for a few seconds. We need to recognize that. We say, yes, I'm attached to the media. Yes, I'm losing my time, my energy. Yes, I'm human. Yes, I was not sleeping last night and I was wasting my time for 3 hours just reading the same thing over and over again. And I don't know why. I'm attached to that feeling. I'm gonna forgive myself and I'm gonna forgive this type of thought. And I'm gonna forgive myself. Because I know that I'm doing it. I'm recognizing it. I'm isolating it. The hard part is to let it go. I need to forgive myself. I cannot punish myself for this. I need it. Somehow I was needing that information. Somehow I'm getting to the point that I don't need it anymore. And I'm gonna let it go. That's a practice, and I already done it for you, and you can do it as many times as you want. And there are really good practitioners there, like Gabby Bernstein. She does a lot of this. Eckhart Tolle, he does a lot of this. So this is a tool for you. Appreciation and positive self-talk. If you write it, the chemistry in our brain is there a lot of proof that people heal better. The way that we process our emotions, our feelings, the way that we use the executive brain. When we are writing, the amygdala is not activated. And if it's activated, we vent, and at some point it's exhausted. Another thing for rumination. If you are in a cold environment, you cannot really ruminate because the body cannot process the cold, the really cold, and the negativity in our brain. That's another proof that we need to isolate. We need to force ourselves, like, okay, if my body cannot think about two things, because one is survival, your body needs heat. If we are not able to do both, it's because we should not do both. If we are in an extreme situation like these days, we need to isolate the thought and drop the thought. The same way that we will have ice in our body. Remember, that helps too. I'm reading, great. Next, what is next? Self-regulation. Okay. This is the hard work. This is the hard work. Because from flight, fright, freeze, and appease, we need to go to trust, comfort, innovation, and relaxation. This is not new. We already saw what's happening in our brain. So the practice is this. I'm going to show you the whole map. So I'm pretty sure there. I've been practicing yoga since I was 18. I practiced in Spain, and it was very, very for hippie people. So for me, it's really my lifestyle. I was doing Gestalt as well since I was 18, Gestalt practice. And we have the institute in Marin County, so we're very lucky. But I'm certified at yoga, I'm a certified teacher or whatever, but I am not an expert. So if people are experts, please forgive me if I am saying something that is not 100% accurate. But self-control, we can do self-control through relaxation, meditation, and breathing, yoga, and spiritual practice. Mindfulness is training your brain by slowing down your brain. So part of breathing is mindfulness, but mindfulness is everywhere. Mindfulness can be while you're eating, while you are walking. You need to be mindful with your body. So it's bigger than that, but at the same time, all of the studies, and mindfulness, you study that in medical school, is mostly breathing. And then we have different type of breathing, like transcendental visualization, vipassana, self-observation, metta, chakras, yogas, the sutras, kundalini, ashtanga, I am ashtanga, yogi, and of course the well-being. Anyone would like to share, anyone would like to share, I'm lost, hold on. No, where are we going? Here. Anyone would like to share your practice, if any? Please, I want to see. Yoga, I practice yoga, but it's a good place to start. Okay, call me, email me, I will help you. Zumba, cooking, meditation, walking. Cooking is considered a way of meditating, yes. Tapping, that's a good one. Painting, art therapy, chakra healing. Netflix, no. No. Movies, no. Yes and no, of course, yes and no. But we need to find things that are really doing the work inside. We need to calm our brain and our breathing. Mindfulness and purposefulness. If we don't do it, and it's hard, it doesn't work. I find 4 days Kundalini yoga for mental health. Great. So aromatherapy, that's a big one. I'm really fine. I have my essence there. Okay, music, dancing, okay. Everything is good, but we need to do a little bit more consistent. See, happy therapy, yes, but we need to do it every day, because guess what? This is like charging or sleeping. If the anxiety, everything is real, it's out there, we need to do the work inside every day. Let's move forward. Self-management is where I usually enter with my zero tolerance for lazy people. Self-management is like do the work and action plans for later. Now you have your clear mind. Now you have your energized body. What do I want to do about it? Options. I'm going to give you one more tool, and then we're going to practice, and I think pretty much we need to wrap up. But the formula 20-20-20. This formula is Robin Sharma. It's fantastic. It's movement, reflection, and learning every day. And I've been doing that, and I absolutely love it, because it's 20 minutes of moving your body. Cardio, abs, yoga, whatever you have at home. Just move your body, Zumba, whatever. And then something for reflection. And it can be breathing, it can be smelling, it can be your aromatherapy. The dog is distracting. The movies are distracting. But if you do it with purpose, everything counts. I'm giving you the extra routine, right? For settle down in a very powerful way for the 8s, for the anxiety, the numbers 8s and 7s, and learning. So the formula, the 20-20-20 formula, is movement, reflection, and learning. Something that is gonna make your brain work, right? So reading about something that you want to learn. That's the magic formula. That's the secret sauce, and it works, especially for my executives. And they want to go beyond where they are, know more about the industry, know more about the possibilities. You want to become a VP, you need to know more about where you are expert. More, you need to know like the level of the CEO, just to understand the board of directors and to understand what is their vision and their purpose. So the learning part is very, very, very important at every level. Webinars, yes. What I have here, okay. So that's the whole map. One more time, because you want to see it. And I'm gonna do an exercise, maybe one, just a little bit, like a few seconds, just for you to see it. And if you want to do it with me, just do it with me. Do you see my face by any chance? I don't think so, yeah, right? Yes, okay. So relax, open your legs. You need to feel your bones. Spine pretty much straight, as much as you can, straight like this. You wanna feel right hand in your head, and this is the Shin Jutsu, the art of releasing tension, and this is in your heart. You wanna close your eyes. Can you share your video? I don't know about that. Let's talk later about that. Let's make this happen. Just breathe with me 20 seconds, no more than that, but just start feeling. When you do this for a few minutes, you change to your stomach with the right hand. You change to your stomach, your instinct, your gut. I would like to be doing this for at least 10 minutes. And we need to continue. I'm going to give you another tool, and that's to be present. These two tools are the easiest to be present. That's why the movies, and that's why, like, you know, distractions are not really helping us to go to the 4 layers, right? The 4 layers. This is my favorite of all times. I learned this when I was in acting school, actually, and it was the best exercise, and I use this every day. So I'm going to do it right now with you. This is the best thing to be present, to forget about the world. So you are comfortable, and you are using your sense. You have 5 senses, right? And the common sense is the 6th one. Is that what it is? 5 sentidos. 5, sí. I'm going to try to use them all. And if something is in my brain, I want to verbalize it too. So it goes like this. I feel the lipstick, my lips. I notice I'm sweating. My hands are really sticky. I can feel the hair in my face, in the right side, my cheeks. My eyes are really tingling, and I can notice the light. I hear the noise, I will say the voice, yeah, because it's kind of a voice, it's singing of the diffuser. And smelling the scent in the room. I'm smelling my perfume. I hear my voice. I notice my shoes. I can feel I'm tingling my whole body. Try to hear my girls. Where are they? I'm wandering now. I come back. I hear them. If I'm wandering, I come back to the present moment. I'm gonna let it go because of the timing, but that's the best exercise to be present. Now, let's check it out a little bit, because I have a question for you. I want to do more. The alignment. My heart, my mind are aligned. Actually, my purpose, because I'm sharing my time with you right now, and that's fulfillment for me. What are your actions? What are your actions? You cannot stop here. Stillness is where creativity and solutions to problems are found. That's why the 4 layers are back to the brain, to the breathing, to the appreciation, to the let it go, the negativity. We need to find the solutions when we are still, because the executive brain, tapping, that's a good one too, Candela. We haven't tried that one, but I love it. Is where the executive brain works. Is where the executive brain works. Now, what time is it? Sorry. Whoa! Time. Sorry. Okay, almost. Yes, solutions. Create your own plan. And I'm gonna give you a template. There are many templates, and hopefully the journey, remember the journey? Hopefully today we had a mini journey, and now you can create this along the way. Goals. Well, I will start with the 2020. 2020 formula is great because it's short enough, but it's 1 hour at the end. So you don't have that much excuses to say, well, I don't have time because, it's just 1 hour. Robin Sharma says that this is the best to apply at 5 in the morning. He calls the 5 a.m. club. I used to do it at 5 in the morning. I used to practice Ashtanga at 5 in the morning. Then I realized that it was not really sustainable for me, and I just stopped. And guess what? 3 days, and I was doing a little bit later, like 7, 6, 7. And if I'm busy, I have a client at 6 or 7, I do it at 9, or if not, I do it in the evening. But I try to be committed to the plan, right? The 2020. And guess what? Now the calls with these master people, I'm so grateful for them. 5 in the morning. So I am doing partially the 20 5 in the morning again, because I finish with them and then I do a little bit of yoga. And the breathing exercise, you can do it every moment. But the formula says that you need to do it 20, 20, 20, same 20, no different 20s. But my suggestion is whatever works for you, do it. If you're committed to the exercise, be focused on it and don't put excuses. Now, the goals, the abilities, the room for improvement, the actions, the time frame, and the revision and adjustments, that should be your action plan for whatever it is. The goals, finding a job, you get the idea. That's kind of like the coaching plan. But you can do it. I mean, coaches, we do everything that you can do by yourself, pretty much. So encouragement, you can do it. Smart goals, yes, smart goals, yes, of course. The goals should be smart. I should add that. Actually, I'm gonna add that. I use the smart all the time, because if they're not sustainable, if they're not attainable, if they are not realistic, forget about it. And they need to be important for you. So you cannot put a goal like, oh yeah, I know that I need to do something good for the planet, but if it's not meaningful to you, that's not a goal. And if you are working, same thing, very applicable to your teams, with the timing as well, the T for timing. I think I'm done. You have all of the information there. I never seen anyone bad or misusing my private information. So it's there. Questions, resources. If you want to find the best gurus for breathing, for whatever you need, I'm here for you 24/7, because that's my purpose in life, to serve you all.
Thank you so much, Lucrecia. This has been amazing. I've been following this chat, and it just goes so fast. And just for the record, people can really say only a little bit. You've been seeing a lot of private messages, and it's just impressive to learn how people are dealing with this sort of problems. And I would encourage everybody to follow what Lucrecia is teaching us, to be present, to hear yourself, to be humble with yourself and gentle, I guess. And you know, we'll navigate through this all together, and we'll come back soon as champions. So thank you, Lucrecia, for joining us today. And thank you everybody for coming. Just super quickly, I'm gonna just just share my screen super quick to wrap up. Here, can you see my screen? There. So thank you, Lucrecia. For everybody that is here, please, we ask you to help us do this more. So if you have time and resources, if you want to help us reach out more people, please give back and come to latinasintech.org/donate and help us keep doing this work. Don't forget, if you haven't done so yet, become a Latinas in Tech member. No matter if you're a Latina or an ally, everything is free for you, all our resources, and we'll keep doing this for a long time. Also, you should know that we just created a resource page for COVID-19. So this means that if you're an entrepreneur, if you have a small business, if you have been furloughed or fired, we have some resources that can help you navigate this. This is not fun, but we're in this together. So if you have any ideas, please share it with us. We also have a Slack channel where you can contribute with ideas. Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you, Lucrecia. Thank you, Anna, and the whole Latinas in Tech staff. We appreciate everything you guys do. So see you at our next webinar. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.